Hi everyone, so in a recent video I showed you how to make the 1-inch ribbon and 2-inch ribbon versions of this, so they all have the two pinches. So because with the 3-inch, 2.5 inch and 3 inches above, 3 inches are most common in the UK, you would want 3 pinches instead of 2. I'm going to show you how to do the 3 pinch method on 3-inch ribbon, and this is all completely no-sew using the wood burning or soldering iron tool. And I got mine in a set from AliExpress. It was about £6. I got this stand, got this tool with the dial up for the heat. There is an on-off switch on the actual wire, which is good for me because it means I don't have to unplug it to turn it off. You've got this little light that shows you when it's on, which is great for me. And on here you've got like the twist off, because there's 3 different versions of the head. I like this angled version because it cuts really well. And there's like a little dot one as well that I use on a regular basis. And you want a stand because you want something to keep it on so it's safe and doesn't burn anything. And when you're using this tool, you want a glass cutting board, whether or not you use a craft one like this with the measurements, or whether or not you use like a glass one from your kitchen, anyone like that. You want some form of glass underneath, so when you're cutting your ribbon, you're not burning into your desk or anything else, because it would be very dangerous. And the other thing is I use all metal tools. So I've got my metal curling clips and metal rulers, and I've also got other forms of metal cutting tools for my edges and curves and things like that. But you want metal items. I've also got a new whole ruler set that I've got that is going to be coming, which I'm going to be showing you lots of tricks with. So this is 3-inch ribbon. I've already folded mine in half and heat creased, which you can do with either your lighter and the clear blue bit and pinch along, or you can do what I do, which is I take my straighteners, which I use entirely for ribbon, and do a little crease that way, which is ever easier. And on 3-inch ribbon I use 12 inches, and I'll put all the measurements in the description below. So for this one, once you've folded it in half, I lay it on the board, line it up with one of the squares at the bottom. Just gonna put my ribbon straight again because it was sort of a little bit to the side on there. And again, it is there. So like I said, make sure it's lined up nicely because you don't want it to cause you issues in the future. And then using my board, so use the lines on the cutting board to make sure it's even. I cut off about ½ centimetre, a centimetre max. I tried to stick to ½ centimetre, but sometimes I do centimetre, depends on the mood. But that has cut that all up there. Then you can move your, oh, the other tip, you'll have to excuse me, this is a steel wool scouring, like kitchen item, and if you get any like little bits of ribbon on your tip, you can rub it off on here, and that gets rid of like ribbon build up and keeps your tool nice and sharp. So now we have done this, we have a nice, extremely well sealed centre. And what I do to keep everything lined up, because with 3-inch ribbon it's a little bit harder than with the 2-inch and the smaller sizes, is I line up the crease and the heat crease, and I do a little tap and then turn it over, make sure it's all lined up, because this will all help also keep everything lined up. Make sure it's all lined up, and again just the tiniest little tap, and once you've got into the swing of it you can do this sort of quicker. That's lined it all up nicely, and then what you can do is, you have to excuse me, so for the seal line underneath, bring this up in half, put it to your thumb here, pinch it backwards and down, so you get this, and then go back and then down, so that all your lines on both sides of your creases, so all your centre and all your joins are all lined up right in the middle. I'm going to take one of my curling clips. You can use those lines as a guide, and you get this, which is nice even. So all your lines are in line, all your peaks at the front are even, and your lines are all lined up. And then using that as a guide still, you can take this. I go downwards instead of using it at the other angle that I do normally. Down, twirl up out the way, down until you can see all the way through. And then you can take your clip off, and you've got a well sealed even middle that is centered, and it's not going to come apart, so it's completely no sew, as I said. Then you can move all your clips out of the way. I've got a 1.5 inch piece of centre ribbon, which is 3 inches wide, and I've got a 45mm alligator clip. A little bit of glue on the back. Glue that to the centre. Take your middle, do a crease against your thumb, so you get an S shape or a Z shape like this. Put that against your board. Get your ruler and your tool. Cut your edge off. Turn it over. Do the same thing the other side. S/Z shape against your thumb. On the board. Use your ruler to hold it all down. Take your tail off to get your nice seal. And then you've got your scrunch centre, which looks something like this. And then on one of the flat sides, you want some glue. Open your clip. Glue that in the centre. And wrap that round so you get your nice scrunchy middle. And then you want some glue this side. There's a little bit on the long side, so I'm just going to cut that off a little bit and use my lighter. Just to crease that down, and there you go. There is your 3 crease 3-inch ribbon in comparison to your 2-inch 2 crease pinch. But it is still no sew, still super simple, still really quick to mass produce them and make lots all at once. And like I said, for those of you that are scared or intimidated by sewing, it is like a really simple method to make these simpler bows. Some of the more complex bows, it's not going to be such a great tool, but anything sort of tuck space, sort of simple like this, is going to be the perfect tool for you potentially. Bye.